So what to look for when you're dealing with these negative type people? These are some things that I've found to look for, and I would like to share them with you, the viewer. Um, when somebody comes through a doorway, or when you come through a doorway, at the immediate point of contact, if that person engages you, that's normally not a good sign. Now, why do I say that? There is some occult meaning to that about the spirit that inhabits the doorways, but you'll notice that at that point in time, when like you're entering into an area and you're making contact, having been wherever, you might have just come up the hill and be struggling for breath. If their awareness is not there, if it's only focused on that information exchange, that's normally a good sign that that person is either not aware, not going to be a good influence on you or in your environment, or it's generally a pretty negative indicator regarding somebody. Now, you know how some people, when you get around them, they're always unloading their negative stories. It's all, oh, this and this and this happened, this and this and that. That's very unhealthy psychically and emotionally to anyone who's any bit of empath. You don't you're not going to want that. You're going to want to beware and not do that yourself, and also try to be defended against it, because it has a bad effect on you. People that come into your space and begin to argue amongst themselves, or they like to come unannounced, and they always want to spend time, but their coming is unannounced, that's usually a good sign that you're dealing with somebody who's either got some other agenda that's going on. That you have a lot of gang stalkers, and maybe people aren't familiar with the phenomenon of gang stalkers, but gang stalkers is one of these. Uh, they're sort of like your informants type people, and they're like the low level intelligence gathering of the new system's sort of hive mind, and they mess with your stuff. They spread gossip. They a lot of times they'll take things of yours and they'll move stuff around. They'll leave things. A lot of times they can leave stuff with bad psychic mojo on it, so you don't want that. And in a time like this, you have to. There's so many more. There's like a proliferation of this in the society. You just don't. You don't want it. You don't want nothing to do with it. And then you have like the people who go and like they have those riots. The people who, when they have the riots and they've seen all that stuff, you see how they had the blocks. They had blocks ready for those people. They had Molotov cocktails ready for those people to throw. A lot of times, these people just travel around the country and go to different events that are staged for whatever. I call them the crisis actor guild, but that's generally pretty much what they do. Is they organize and they do these events. So it's not anything you don't want to have anything to do with it. But the more you can keep those type of people away from you, or the more you can be aware of them, the more peace of mind that you can have, the more safe your own self and property will be. And it's pretty much a good idea, because some people they get into that. I don't know how they do or get into it. I don't even know. I don't know if they answer an ad. I don't have a clue. But it's one of those things that's just, it's growing to be more and more and more. And anyone who's been gang stalked knows what that is, because you get targeted for different reasons. You could be a target your whole life, be it for science, be it for whatever reason it may be. Um, there's a lot of these special access programs, and people are just manipulated and messed with. They say stuff because they have information they shouldn't have. They hack your stuff, always trying to get into your stuff. You have to almost turn off your internet and put it in airplane mode when people like that come around, because they will be trying to get into your stuff, and they're usually not as far away as they like to make you think. And they'll be out in your property at night. You know, that's just that's the type of people that they are, for whatever reason it is. I don't know if it's drugs, I don't know if it's like a Masonic thing. It's usually some sort of mix of all of it. But those are some of the things you need to be aware of. They like to ask you a lot of questions about you, and they like to project. They talk about, other people and what they're doing and their time, and they like to make it like you should be doing something else. They're very into your business. They want to have a controlled society. They want to control everything. And a lot of times they pretend to be this, that, or the other, and they're really not. They're these, like the libtards. They usually like to have a front that they're some sort of um, like advocate of this or that or the other, and usually that's not the case. It's usually the exact opposite of what they say. They might have to want a good intention. They may have that, but due to whatever they're into, they get into this weird. So just, you have to watch out for that. And then there's people that are just like that too. They don't always organize, but definitely those are the things to watch for, especially the door. How somebody comes in and approaches you, it's very key on. It's a good indicator, like they say. First impressions can last a long time. That's, you know, they're not aware of you. They're not going to be helpful to you in any way. The thing that drives me the crazy the most is when I come into a door, walk right into somewhere, walk right into a room, and somebody immediately engages me, um, knocking me out of track of what I'm trying to do, because I'm very conscious of that and very aware not to do it. And these people are everything but that. Anyway, that's like all I wanted to share. If it can help you, please share this. If not, well, you're one of the lucky ones. All right, bye bye.